And stick around for the next episode because we'll be doing all the supercars that released in this update. Well, that happens now. Hello all of YouTube, this is zSTALKn Gaming, and the reason why I'm making this video, well, I was pretty sure that the first seconds of the video just gave you the reason. Now, in order to actually test these cars and find out which one is worth it out of all the supercars that came along, I do it amongst a couple of tests. And the cars that I will be testing are all of those that came with the import-export DLC. Now, if you don't know what those cars are, like you're running a little bit short behind because you're busy or something, I'll go ahead and list them for you. The Penetrator, the Pegassi Tempesta, the True 5 Nero, and the Progen Itali GTB. And now I'm going to go over how I'm going to be testing these cars. So if you came from the Pister Comet Retro one and you know exactly what's up, click on the screen now, or for mobile users, click on the timestamp that's in the description and it'll skip you right toward the tests. But if you're new to this series, allow me to explain once more. For the first segment of this test, it's going to be a drag race with these settings that you see on the screen here, and it'll be on a 0.65 mile drag strip that I made by myself. How the drag strip works is that you go on uphill with the bridge where the acceleration will kick in, and it'll eventually go downhill where the top speed will take its most effect. And for the other half, I'll make the car travel at its top speed and steer to the right and see where the car ends up between all these curves. Simple enough? Let's begin. Okay, clearly the Itali GTB custom led the drag strip the entire way, but let's take this into the next segment because it could be possible that while it has the best acceleration and top speed, Rockstar could have balanced this so that it has poor handling. So let's find out. Oh, this one's a tough call. Let me explain why. You see, the Nero on the top left is the only one that's on the yellow line, but they spun themselves out in the process along with the Itali GTB. And with the Itali GTB Custom and the Tempesta, they have a relatively similar turning radius. And there's a giant price gap between the two, which I'll get to later. But again, I'm only doing this for the test of the best performance, so I have to leave the victory over to the GTB Custom. Yeah, hold on. How good is this Itali GTB Custom against some of the other vehicles that are already in the game? Or how about the fact that I didn't even include the Penetrator? Alright, let's do this again. Well, this is rather surprising. There seems to be quite a balance between the Itali GTB Custom and the Tyrus. Here, the Tyrus turn radius is sharper, but it was slower than the Itali GTB Custom by more than a solid second. And the X80 Proto's too fast because it spun itself out here. So I think you know the winner at this point. Roll it. Well, I normally wouldn't really leave a discussion for something like this, but I am for one reason and one reason only. And that's because the performances between the Itali GTB Custom and the Tempesta are rather similar. And the only reason why I gave the victory over to the GTB Custom instead of making it an impasse is because that it had a higher top speed. And if you don't have a lot of money on you or you're just trying to save up, then this is something you might want to listen to. The base price for the Tempesta is $1,329,000, whereas the Itali GTB and its upgrade to get it to its custom variant will add up to $1,684,000, which is a price gap of $355,000, which can easily be gained if you do Pacific Standard jobs. All you need is a few friends that are good enough and willing to do it. So that wraps it up. I hope you enjoyed. And also, I apologize about the volumes being suddenly loud and suddenly quiet and the video and audio being off sync. It's just that my rendering system's acting a bit weird, and I'm going to be trying some workarounds to avoid this in the future. Until then, I'll see you in the next video.